Losing power during the winter can especially be tough. A new way to stay powered is on the way. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us is the Energy Services Manager at Ford, Ryan O'Gorman. Good to see you, Ryan.
Good to see you as well.
Well, what you're here to talk about is the capability of the F-150 Lightning to provide backup power to homes. Give us the overview.
Yeah, sure. So the F-150 Lightning is an amazing product that's coming to market this spring. When you think about that product, you're moving a truck down the road. So to move a truck down the road that supports towing, hauling, payload, all that, you have a very large battery. That battery then, we're providing access to customers. So when you think about our current product that you see on our Power Boost, the Pro Power on Board, that's one way to provide access to that type of power on a new BEV with a large battery. The intelligent backup power product that we're bringing to market is a slight twist on that. So what it allows you to do is, in the event of a power outage, which most people around the country today are pretty, familiar with, unfortunately, during a power outage, whether it's a weather event or a rolling blackout or a scheduled outage, your F-150 can come to action and power your house while the lights are out. So effectively, what that looks like is you have your truck. If you get the extended range battery, which is your 300-mile range battery, you get the Charge Station Pro with it. The Charge Station Pro is the device you'd put in your garage or on the driveway to charge your truck. And that Charge Station Pro is the first element that allows you to take energy off of your vehicle. Once you take that energy off of your vehicle, it'll go into your house. And then there's a home integration system that you would install in your home. So that energy that comes off the truck is DC energy, just to be a little technical, and your home uses AC energy or alternating current. So the home integration system takes the energy off the truck and converts it into usable energy for the house. And then that plumbs into your house and everything looks the same as a traditional kind of backup generator from there. When the power goes out, the system identifies power's out, draws the energy from the truck and turns the lights back on.
Now, is the capability in the truck, is that an option, or is this a standard thing with these vehicles?
Yeah, good question. So on our extended range battery, the person who gets that truck will be ready for intelligent backup power. They'll need to get the home integration system to allow that to occur. Somebody who wants the standard range truck, not everybody in the standard range truck would want to pursue high level charging like the Charge Station Pro offers. So if I have the standard range truck, it's a little bit more a la carte. So I can decide whether or not I want intelligent backup power, and there's a vehicle activation associated with that. And they can pay for that. And then they can also pay for the Charge Station Pro as well. So the Charge Station Pro is kind of dual purpose. It's the highest level charging you can get at home for the F-150 Lightning. And the extended range allows you to do that. So if you want to charge really fast, the extended range battery has a higher capacity of charging on board the vehicle. The standard range charges as your typical EV does because it's a smaller battery. It's the type of battery you might see in a Mach-E or something like that. And so the only reason you'd probably upgrade to that Charge Station Pro is for backup power. Hopefully that makes sense.
Sure. And you're saying in your press materials that this can provide power for up to 10 days for a home?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
That
So
does sound
yeah,
crazy.
so your battery's large on the extended range vehicle. So if you want to live an uncompromised lifestyle, so a typical, call it 2,500 square foot house uses about 30 kilowatt hours a day. So with the battery, you could power for 3 days kind of uncompromised, right? Most people in a power outage generally take some compromises. Maybe the kids aren't playing video games or maybe some other things aren't occurring. But in general, you could do 3 full days uncompromised, and the truck has enough power to go for 10 days, with some rationing that you might do. So the example I like to provide is if I'm on vacation, maybe I've gone south or something, and my power goes out. The only things really running in my house at that point are maybe some parasitic loads and maybe my freezer. And if it's raining, maybe my sump pump's kicking on every half an hour or something. So in that scenario, I'm out of town. Power goes out at my house. I get on my Ford Pass app a notification. Hey, your power's out at home. I see that. And then my truck could potentially power my house for that full 10 days, or depending on what kind of loads I have in my house, you'd see at least that 10 days. So that's kind of how to think about it. The 3 days is the uncompromised experience, right? Living life as you would normally do without turning anything off. So.
And you're partnering with Sunrun
Yep.
for installations and I guess equipment to some extent. Tell me about it.
Yeah, sure. So, Ford Motor Company is experts in vehicles, knows the F-150 and truck customer very well. When it comes to home integration, how do you take an electrical system and put it into a house? How do you connect that to, your service panel? How do you connect that to a charge station and be able to pull energy off the truck? Those are all things that Ford has competency in. But when it comes to expertise, Sunrun is probably the best in industry, right? They know how to do solar, they know how to do storage, they do all types of complicated electrical installations in homes. They provide these types of equipment. And then on top of that, having that expertise to take this system, the Charge Station Pro, install it in the garage, install the home integration system in a very methodical way that's probably the best you're going to find. Then they also offer solar and storage. So the home integration system is capable of supporting both solar and home storage. So say I decided I want to get backup power. In that experience, depending on where I live and what my options are, I may want to upgrade to add solar and add home storage to that entire system. So working with Sunrun is a great opportunity for customers to kind of move into this new energy world to whatever level of adoption is most comfortable for them.
Are there people who might want to have storage with a solar system and be able to tie the vehicle in? It seems like that would give you an awful lot of power.
It does. I think there's going to be a mix. I think a lot of people will be very satisfied with the vehicle as their storage, as well as having solar. There might be some folks that want all of the above. I can't speak for everybody, but I think generally, the most primal need that we're delivering here, based on customer research and understanding how customers want to think about energy in their truck, is the truck works for them typically, right? I mean, they use that truck as a tool. And this is an extended use of the tool. It's almost like a Swiss Army knife is what the truck's becoming. So when you think about that, the basic need is backup power, right? We water, air, shelter, power. Those are kind of where things roll for people. So when power goes out, you want that. So we're offering that first and foremost. Then there's going to be people that are interested in looking forward and what types of new energy opportunities they have. So absolutely solar would be top of mind, because to put solar energy into your truck and drive around in the sun, what a fantastic idea, right? And then when you think about additional storage, there could be some incremental use cases for that, that customers might want that extra storage to complement the truck and complement the solar, kind of as a small reserve that allows you to kind of trade energy as the day goes by. But in general, I would expect most people are really interested in this backup power feature. And then the folks who are interested in solar, this is the great opportunity to kind of tip into that.
Very interesting. So the cost of adding this equipment needed to connect the car to your home grid, what will that be about?
Yeah, it's a good question. Obviously, we mentioned the components that are included in the extended range. So you get the vehicle activation and the Charge Station Pro with that. And then what would be out of pocket for you would be the installation and sorry, I got a quick call there, would be the installation and the home integration system. For the standard range, all four of those elements would be available for purchase, and we're going to be announcing pricing in the near future here.
Okay, but if you have the extended range, you'll still need this added equipment in the home.
That's
We
correct.
don't know the pricing on that yet either.
It'll be announced in the near future. Yeah.
Terrific. So tell us about this partnership, how it's going to work. This is an exclusive kind of partnership that you have with Sunrun?
So we've made an arrangement with Sunrun so that they are our preferred installer. We've worked with them on the product so they understand the product inside and out, both from a charging perspective as well as from a integration perspective into the house. So in that cooperative work, we've done a lot to make sure that the customer is going to be taken care of.
You mentioned the ability of powering your home, but you can take this vehicle and power a campsite, power a job site.
Oh
That's
yes.
part of the whole picture here with the F-150 Lightning.
Yeah, no, I mean it's really a cool truck. I mean, I'm excited to see how this product gets in the market and what customers do with it. So if you think about camping and you think about you know, your tailgates, even work around your house. I mean, all of a sudden you have this massive energy resource in the back of your truck and in the cab of the truck and even in the Mega Power front, which is really cool. So you think about how that could be used. I like to think about, how does camping go from a cooler to a refrigerator, or from a gas gas, grill to a stove that you could bring along in a tailgate. Those are the types of things that are interesting that will totally make a huge difference in people's lives. I'm
It's
sorry,
the
got
age.
some
It's
background
the
noise there.
age of Zoom, and dogs are allowed in. So
Yeah, no,
where
this is dogs running through the house. I apologize.
that's fine. Where can people go for more information, Ryan?
Yeah, great question. So we do have quite a bit of content and information up online now. So if you go to the Ford F-150 Lightning site, you can find information about home charging. You can find information about the intelligent backup power system. And then as that experience goes through and you educate yourself and learn more about the products, you'll find your way to Sunrun. And they also have some information on how the process will work, what type of requirements you might have, some of the questions you might have for answering. So there's a lot of Q&A available. And we're slowly enriching that as we go. And as people start converting their reservations to orders, we're going to see a big transition to, going from awareness to knowledge to, execution and implementation, how they'll buy it, how the process will work. But we've really put the customer at the center of this. We're not designing this as a system, we're designing this as a customer solution. So I'm really excited to see once people start taking that journey with us and how they get that system installed. And it's going to be really, really wild to see how they use it in the market once it comes to life. So really excited about it.
Well, congratulations on the innovation, Ryan O'Gorman. Thanks for taking the time with us.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. Love it. So thanks for the time.